Hello everyone. Today I am going to cover assignment problem using branch and bound. First we will understand that what is assignment problem and what is branch and bound. In assignment problem, n workers are to be assigned n tasks, in each worker having exactly one task to perform. Now let's see what is the branch and bound. Branch and bound is a semantic method for solving a optimization problem. Optimization problem is a feasible solution with the optimal value of the objective function. Search in a state space tree can be pruned by using a bound. Branch and bound is a rather general optimization technique that applies where the greedy method and dynamic programming are fails. However, it is much slower. Indeed, it often leads to exponential time complexity in the worst case. On the other hand, it applies carefully. It can lead to algorithms that run responsibly fast on average. The idea of branch and bound is a BFS like search for the optimal solution, but not all the nodes are get expanded. Rather, a careful selected criterion determines which node to expand and when. And another criterion tells that the algorithm when an optimal solution has been found. Some component of the branch and bound algorithms are given here. First one was the definition of the state space, branching operation, feasibility checking operation, bounding operation, and the search order. Now, what is the job assignment problem? Let C be a n cross n matrix representing the cost of the each of n worker to be performed by of n job. Here C is a cost matrix. The assignment problem is to assign the job to worker so that minimization cost will be achieved. Since each worker can perform only one job and each job can be assigned to only one worker. In short, in job assignment problem, we need to assign a one job to worker such a way that total cost will be minimized. Here, if person A perform a job 1, then its cost is 9. If person A perform a job 2, then its cost will be 2. If job 3 will be performed by person A, then the cost is 7. If person A perform a job 4, then its cost will be 8. Likewise, all the person charge the different cost to perform a different job. Here 4 persons are given, person A, person B, person 3 and person 4. According to job 1, job 2, job 3 and job 4, every worker assigned different cost to each and every job. Now we will see the network representation of the assignment problem. Here, network diagram shows that worker 1 cost for job 1 is a C11, for job 2 its cost is a C12, and for job 3 its cost is a C13. Likewise, all the worker its cost is given in a diagram for the different job 1, 2 and 3. Now, what is the goal of the general assignment problem? First one is find the optimal assignment of machine or labors to jobs without assigning a agent more than once and ensure that all jobs are completed. The objectives might be minimize the total time to complete the set of jobs or to minimize the cost of the assignment. This is subject to following requirements. First one is each machine is assigned no more than one job. Means one machine is assigned to only one job. One machine is not assigned to more than one job. Each job is assigned to exactly one machine. One job can be not done by the different machines. Then, two approach to calculate the total cost. First one is for each worker we choose a job with a minimum cost from list of the assignment job. Means take a minimum entry for the each rows. For each job, we choose a worker with the lowest cost for the job from list of unassigned worker. That was a second approach to calculate the cost function, and that is the minimum entry from the each column. We will see with its example. Example was person A with job 1, job 2, job 3 and job 4 according its cost is 9, 2, 7 and 8. Suppose we have to solve the instance where cost matrix is given here. To obtain a lower bound of the solution, there was a two way to calculate the lower bound of the cost matrix. First one is by selecting a minimum value from every row, and second is by selecting a minimum value from every column. If we select a minimum value from every row, then lower bound is 10 because there is a minimum value from row 1 is 2, minimum value from row 2 is 3, minimum value from row 3 is 1 and the minimum value from row 4 is a 4. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. Likewise, if we select a minimum value from column, then the 2 is the minimum value from column 2, 5 is a minimum value from column 1, 1 is a minimum value from the column number 3 and 4 is a minimum value from the column number 4. By selecting a minimum from each column, then lower bound is 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 10. To find upper bound, there was a two way. If we assign a job 1 to the person A, cost is 9. If we assign a job number 2 to the person B, cost is 4. Job number 3 to person C, cost is 1. Job number 4 to person B, cost is 4. The total upper bound is 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 18. Another way is, if we assign a job number 4 to the person A, cost is 8. Job number 3 to the person B, cost is 3. Job number 2 to the person C, cost is 8. Job number 1 to the person B, cost is 7. For upper bound, with another possible solution is 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 7 is 26. In second case, the bound solution is a no improvement over the first. So upper bound is 80. If to calculate the cost by taking a minimum entry from each row, the lower bound is 10. By pulling these facts together, we know that the answer to our instance lies somewhere in between 18 and 10. So our boundary is 10 to 18, where 10 is a lower bound and 18 is upper bound. We are solving the problem by selecting a minimum value from each row. If we are assigned a job 1 to A, then cost is 9, and as well if we are assigned a person A with the job 2, then how much cost will given, that we will see. Now we cannot assign a job 1 to the another resources. If first we are assign a job 1 to the person 1. So cross the row number 1 and the column number 1 of the job 1 and the person 1, because we cannot assign job number 1 to the another person. We can only assign a job to one person only. Now we select a minimum value from row 2, that is 3. That cost will be added into previous cost, which is 9. Now our cost will be 9 plus 3. Now we are not assigned a job number 3 to the another person, because we are assigned job number 3 to the person B. So cross this column and row. Now select a minimum value from the row number 2. Here 8 and 8 both are equal, so select any one value. Now we are selecting value 8 and cross the row of person C and column of the job 2, because we are now not assigned a job number 2 to the any person. And now our cost will be 9 plus 3 plus 8. Now select a minimum value from the row number 4. Here only 4 is remaining, which is a minimum value. So select value number 4. For the job 4, it was assigned to the person B. Now our cost will be 9 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 24. If we are assigned our job number 2 to the person A, then cost was 2. Now cross the column of job 2 and row of the person A. Our cost will be value 2. If we are selecting a minimum value from the row number 2, that is 3, then cross the row 2 and column 3 of the job 3, because now we are not assigned job 3 to the another person. Now our cost will be 2 plus 3. Now selecting minimum value from the row 3, which is 5 and 8, where 5 is a minimum value. So select value number 5, cross person C row and job 1 column and add into upper cost, which is 2 plus 3 plus 5. Now select another minimum value, which is 4. That's now our cost will be 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 14. Now we are assigning A to the job number 3 and A to the job number 4. Here we are fixed job person A to the job 1 and select a minimum value for the person B, person C and person D. According to minimum value from each row, we are assigned a job to the person B, person C and person D. If we are fixed that job number 3 is assigned to the person A, that value is a 7, then cross the person A and job number 3. Now our cost will be 7 and new lower value from the row 2 is a 4. So job number 2 is assigned to the person B. Now our cost will be 7 plus 4. Then we are check for the another minimum value from the row number 3. That is 5. We are selecting a 5 from 5 and 8. Then our cost now will be 7 plus 4 plus 5. Now if we are looking for the row number 4, then there was a only remaining value, which is a 4, that will be added into our cost. Now our cost will be 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 20. If we are assigned a job number 4 to the person A, then cost is 8. Then select a minimum from the row number 2, which is 3. It will be added into cost. Now cost will be 8 plus 3. Now selecting a minimum value from the row number 3, which is 5, because 5 is less than the 8. And now cost is 8 plus 3 plus 5. And then select minimum value from row number 4. There was only 6 is remaining. Then the cost is 8 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 22. Now our tree root having a 4 leaves. If we are assigning a job number 1 to the person in A our cost is 24. If we are assigning a job number 2 to the person A, then our cost will be 14. If we are assigning a job number 3 to the person A, the cost is 20. If we are assigning a job number 4 to the person A, then the cost will be 22. We are selecting a minimum cost in between the range whichever we are decided. We are determining the range which is in between 10 and 18. So here in between 10 and 18, 14 is minimum. 14 comes into range of 10 and 18. So we are selecting node number 2, which is job number 2 is assigned to A, and then expand this node, and further we are determining the root node of the node 2. We are not going to expand leaf 1, leaf 3 and leaf 4 because its cost is higher than the bound value. Now we are assigning the A to the job number 2 because its cost is a 14, which we are determined first. So we are fixed the job 2 to the person A. Here I am highlighted a job number 2 to the A with a cost value 2 that was a fix for the every value of the further leaves. Now we are selecting value of job 1 which is assigned to person B, which cost is 6, then 2 plus 6 is 8. Now we are selecting a minimum value from the row number 3, which is 1. Then it will be added into cost, that is 2 plus 6 plus 1. Now we are selecting a minimum from the row number 4, that is 4. Then our cost is 2 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4. First we are assigned a job number 1 to the person B. Now we will see that if we are assigned a job number 2 to the person B, then what is the cost value? If we are assigned a job number B to the A, our cost will be 2, that was a fixed. If now we are adding a job number 3 to the person B, then our cost is a 2 plus 3. Then we are selecting a minimum value among 5 and 8, that is 5, which is a minimum value from the row number 3. Now we are selecting a minimum value from the row number 4, which is a 4. It is a 2 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 14. If we are assigned a job number 2 to the person B, then it was not valid because we are fixed job number 2 to the A. So we are only find job value for assigning B to the job 1, B to the job 3 and B to the job 4. We can't assign job number 2 to the B because we are already consider job number 2 is assigned to A. Now job number 2 is a fix to the person A. If we are adding a job number 4 cost of the person B into cost, now cost will be 2 plus 7. Now we are find a minimum value from the row number 3, which is 1, that will be added into cost, then cost will be 2 plus 7 plus 1. If now we are going to consider a value which is minimum from the row number 4, that is a 7, because only 7 is remaining. Then the cost is a 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 7, that is a 70. Now our tree was, if we are assigning a job number 2 to the person A, then cost is a 14, which is the minimum. Then we are check for the job number 1, job number 3 and job number 4. Expect job number 2 to the person B. If we are assigning a job number 1 to the person B, its cost is 13. If we are assigning a job number 3 to the person B, its cost is 14. If we are assigning a job number 4 to the person B, its cost is 17. 13 is a minimum from all the nodes 14 and 17. And it is in between a range of 10 and 18. So now we are expand the node B1. Now we will see that job number 2 is assigned to the person A, which is a fixed. Job number 1 is assigned to person B, that was fixed because its node value is a minimum among all the node value, and the cost is 2 plus 6. Now we are assigned a job number 3 to the C, or job number 4 to the C, or job number 3 to the D, and job number 4 to the D. If we are select a minimum value from this row, it is 1, then we are assign a job number 3 to the person C, and the cost is 2 plus 6 plus 1. If we are select a remaining value which cost is 4 of the job 4, then the cost is 2 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 13. Now we are assigning a job number 4 to the person C. First job number 2 is assigned to A, cost is equal to 2. Job number 1 is assigned to the B, which cost is 6 plus 2. Now job number 4 is assigned to the person C. The cost will be 2 plus 6 plus 8. Now adding a minimum value from the row 4, expecting a column 2, column 1 and column 4. 9 is a remaining value. Then add the 9 to the total cost. 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 is equal to 25. If we are assigning a job number 3 to the person C, the total cost will be 13. If we are assigning a job number 4 to the person C, then cost will be 25. So we are selecting a minimum cost value node, that is 13. The assignment problem will be solved now. A person assigned its job number 2, person B is assigned to the job number 1, person C is assigned to the job number 3, and person D is assigned to the job number 4, and the total cost is 30, which is answer of the assignment problem. Thank you everyone.